What's up, my fellow cryptopreneurs? Have you heard about this terrible news story that's coming out about Bitcoin? Have you heard it yet? For those of you that follow my channel, you've seen this many times. This is from at least 4 years ago. I assume it's 4 years ago. It's a crypto pump, cycle pump. It's not Bitcoin. It was some other crypto. Well, maybe it's not even a crypto. I don't know. But anyways, this is from many years ago. And this here is the Bitcoin cycle we went through since 2020. For perspective, this is the COVID dump here. This cycle, a 3 year, 10-month cycle, give or take a few days or weeks, the Bitcoin halving cycle has played out perfectly. The halving cycle was right in this ballpark, or not the halving cycle, the halving event. The last halving event is here. The next halving event will be off here to the right, somewhere out in these parts. This is where I got into Bitcoin. I've been watching it since. Right here at about 18, 19,000. Elon Musk put the word Bitcoin in his Twitter handle here, pumped Bitcoin. I was convinced watching this cycle that the news was causing the pumps and the dumps. Elon Musk here said Bitcoin's bad for the environment and dumped the whole market on all of our heads. One of these little pumps in here, Elon Musk sold like 10% of his Bitcoin somewhere in there. And there was other news stories. All these little, well, actually, they're really quite big. All the big corrections down. There was all basically news stories. There was a fake news story about the Federal Reserve was going to charge people with crimes. Right, it got out on social media. And it dumped like 25% in a matter of hours in a day. Right, and the Federal Reserve's not a law enforcement agency, right? So that's how stupid it can be. And that, just you can blame all Elon Musk all you want, but I don't think it was Elon. If it wasn't Elon, it's almost like Elon Musk was just the guy that was chosen by the quantum realm or whatever, just for lack of better terminology, for lack of a better example. I think this was going to happen no matter what. If it wasn't, it would just been some other news story, right? This was probably just ready to do what it was going to do. It just whatever news story happened to be there available is what made it do it. If it was a day or two later and a week or two later or earlier or later, right? It's just like this. It just picks the news story. It's just ready to do it, right? And it's just a news story comes along. So what the point of this video is, there's a news story coming, folks, right? Like media FUD. There's a big media FUD story coming out. Something terrible. There's terrible news about Bitcoin coming out. I can almost guarantee it, folks. I can almost guarantee it. Let's start this arrow way back here. I can almost guarantee it, folks, that we're coming to a terrible story about Bitcoin, right? Whether it's FUD or something real, right? Let's back the arrow off just a touch. Somewhere right about there, folks. Right about there. Right about here, folks. There's a terrible news story coming. I found that chart like right in through this ballpark here. Somewhere about in here is where I came across this chart, and I've been showing it ever since. But I was still pretty much convinced it was the news that was doing it. But obviously, this is some sort of technical. There's more than news, right? Is it the new? Is it the news causing it, or is this causing the news? Right? Is this just picking news stories out? It could be a simple news story. What's the news story going to be? Right? So Warren Buffett might say something bad about it, right? Or there might be some kind of regulation story or some bad story. Just another person commits some kind of crime in one of these exchanges, right? So there's another bad player. Who knows what it's going to be? Where did Elon Musk sell his? Where did Tesla sell a bunch of their Bitcoin? It was about in this ballpark here, somewhere around there, right? And I cannot control the arrows. Be very, very leery, right? There's a news story coming. I can almost guarantee you there's a really bad story. Something really bad is going to happen. Whether it's just stupid FUD, it's a news story. There's a news story coming. Terrible news for Bitcoin. It's literally, I don't think it matters what the story is, right? That's basically what's going on here. How, I'm not sure. but this is it's just bound to happen. I've been, this is about 3 years now. We've got probably another to the right here after we fall. We've probably got another 10 months or so before we start the real lead into the next halving cycle bull market, right? It could come a little quicker, but we'll see how that goes. But there's something coming, right? I can almost guarantee you. I can all but guarantee you there's a bad story coming, whether it's real or just fake FUD junk. There's something coming, right? That's what this chart's telling me. This person said this and this person said that, and this, it's bullish too, right? The bullish news stories, right? That this person says it's going to 400,000 pump. Elon Musk put, he just bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin pump, right? Elon Musk sold it. Tesla sold it dump, right? This person said that. This person said that. All these little pumps and dumps. I watched it, right? And then I found this, and I was like, how? If this person said this here, and Elon did this, and Elon did that, and this person did this over here, and here's the FTX crash, and the debacle, and so there's something coming, right? I can almost guarantee you there's something coming. All it needs to do is fall down, and this chart is basically golden. If you had this 4 years ago, you would have just knocked it out of the park, right? So that's going to be right about in there somewhere. Name of the streets, Bitcoin. Name of the channel is Bitcoin Street. I sure do hope you like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff. Turn the notifications on. Help me get some traction on the YouTube algorithm. I sure hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this is some benefit to you. I can almost guarantee you, folks, for the 50th time, 51 times now, I can almost guarantee you that there's I'm telling myself there's a story coming. I'm 99% sure telling you there's a bad media FUD story or something similar coming. All right, later. Thanks for watching.